Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. This is iAllegedly, and I got a good one for you today because when it comes to the SBA, the hits just keep on coming. So, you think that you're gonna. I woke up today and I'm thinking, here's my video I'm gonna make, and then I get inundated with all this information on the targeted EIDL loan and the debacle that it's become and the problems that people are having. So this video today is about the targeted EIDL grant disaster. Okay, before I get into it, please take a second to like the video. Please hit the subscribe button. Share it with your friends and colleagues. But let's get into it. The targeted EIDL grant stemmed from the original EIDL grant program that was originated with the original CARES Act. This program was sent up to give us a grant through the EIDL program, an advance in the loan. Whether you took the loan or not, if you filled out the application correctly and you could have been eligible for the loan, you were eligible for the grant. Just that simple. Well, they changed the terms like they do so many times. And no, it's not $10,000 for the first million business. It's what we see fit, which is $1,000 per employee. Ridiculous, okay? So be it. They changed it. They ran out of money. And then they came up with this new targeted EIDL grant. Okay? This is supposed to start on January 17th, 2021. You know it was much later than that by the time they started accepting applications. And they also said that they were going to notify us, okay, of the people that were eligible for this. You had to be in a low-income area. And it's, again, this is a mess because I have people that have an address for their business but operate in a certain area, but it's not considered low income, okay? From the notification of this email that you received from the SBA and you submitted your application, they were going to take 3 weeks to give you an answer. Okay, that didn't happen. They were also going to take from the approval date 3 weeks to fund you, which doesn't make sense because you think about it, you can pay your credit card bill in seconds. You can do an ACH or get a wire transfer and do this in minutes. They have billions of dollars that they could send to small businesses that are hurting, and each day that they're hurting, they're going that much closer to being out of business and being extinct. Okay? So, that being said, what we're starting to see is people sending me letters saying, hey, great news, Dan. I just got approved. I'm getting the grant. Isn't this great? It is great. But they're not getting the money yet. Of about a dozen letters that people have sent me, only one person has gotten the money that I know of. That's insanity. Guys, 5 weeks after you're told you're approved? That's ridiculous. The EIDL grant program is an absolute mess right now. If you get the letter from the SBA that states that you are eligible for the EIDL advanced grant, the targeted advanced grant, you meet the criteria. They know where you're at. They just didn't willy-nilly pull these people out of thin air. They can lie to us and tell us that they don't have a method for this, but they absolutely do. They know where these businesses are located. They wanted to give them to strategic areas, and that's what they did. But if you got that letter, you were eligible for this grant. You should have gotten it. Now, there are people that reached out to me. Dennis reached out for a friend named Don. Don is a travel agent. Don, first of all, is a great person who's over 80 years old who runs a travel agency. Now, when you think of businesses that were destroyed during the pandemic, okay? I can't name one other than restaurants. I know you can sit there and say mine was worse, okay? Travel agents, okay? This guy's over 80. He's running his own gig still, and he was denied. They wrote him a letter and said that he did not meet the requirements for the 30% loss of business to get the advanced grant. An absolute travesty. Now, Dennis sent me today the reconsideration letter that they sent the SBA. First of all, they highlighted month by month by month and averaged all their sales and how they've averaged. They had months where they were down 64%. Okay? And again, Tell me how a travel, how this guy's even open. How this guy, I mean, seriously, I'd be, at 80, I hope I'm functional. I hope I can run a business. I hope I can work like Donald can. And this guy is denied this grant money. It's absolutely a travesty. So they sent the reconsideration letter for the grant. And again, we will wait and see what happens with that. But I'm not holding out hope at this point. Okay. And the reason for that is that I had someone, another subscriber, brilliant businessman, Steven, reach out to me. Now, Steven's a great guy. Steven runs a business that sells high-end women's shoes, used high-end women's shoes. Now, the one thing I am is I am a student of marketing, and I am fascinated by how people earn a living. I'm also really good at taking somebody's existing business and seeing how I can add a little bit to it and what they can do to earn extra money. But talking to Steven today, Steven is a brilliant guy, okay? I think about women and shoes, and I think of the women in my life, and I think of the horrible trips to Nordstrom's, watching them try Stefan. Yes, dear, it looks fantastic on you. Can we go now? Okay? And just the complaints of stuff being returned, and I could go on forever. This guy gets these high-end women's shoes, sells it through a third-party site, and has earned a living doing this. Doesn't have to worry about returns. Doesn't have to worry about somebody buying it for, nefarious purposes where they're going to wear it to a wedding for a weekend and then send it back. He doesn't have any of that problem, okay? Steven's a brilliant businessman in that. Steven lost his job in the real estate business. Got his hours cut to where he had no choice but to work on his side hustle full time. Well, the SBA didn't like that. No, you didn't suffer enough of a loss. What do you mean? Well, your revenue actually went up. It went up because I worked more at my business, but I need this money to grow my business, get inventory. Now, Steven was denied. They said that he did not meet the 30% threshold for a business downturn, which is preposterous. It also said that they had unverifiable information. Now, there are 3 reasons why you can be denied an EIDL loan. Number 1 is credit. They don't think your credit score is high enough. Again, I think it's ridiculous that you have a disaster. If it was a tornado and the roof of your business was blown off of your bait shop, well, Ted, let me check your credit, okay? It's ridiculous, okay? That credit plays a role in this. Number 2, they cannot verify your information, cannot verify the business name, cannot verify your tax ID number, sales, things like that. That's why they ask for things like the 4506T form, which gives you verifiable income and lets you verify things like that. And number 3, you didn't suffer an economic loss. Now, after a year, again, I want you to raise your hand out there and say, write me, or put the comments in below, my business didn't suffer because I do X. Maybe you own U-Haul. Maybe you own the repossession yard. Maybe you own a pawn shop and people are pawning things to eat, okay? I don't know, but I'd love to know who's doing good, who hasn't suffered an economic downturn. That being said, Steven was denied for not meeting the 30% requirement with down in sales, and also they couldn't verify his information, which is completely preposterous because Steven already has an EIDL loan, okay? He's already got one. They verified it then. He's the same cat, okay? This doesn't make any sense. Can't get a loan, can't get the grant. He wrote them and asked for reconsideration on the EIDL grant, the targeted grant, and they said from a phone call as well, you cannot appeal this. You cannot write us and you can't ask for reconsideration. I'm telling you guys, there is going to be a lawsuit festival that's going to happen and going to come down the SBA's way. Steven wrote, and I mean this, as far as term papers go, as far as reconsideration letters go, I don't want to share his last name. I don't want to share his business name. But this guy wrote the best reconsideration letter I've ever seen in my life. He asked for more funds for the EIDL loans. But again, somebody working in a cubicle in Texas doesn't understand resale of women's shoes. I don't understand it. But after talking to this guy, again, brilliant, okay? How he buys, inventory, how he doesn't have to deal with returns and deals with these third-party sites, and he just makes the money. Guy's brilliant. Again, I also suggested that Stephen write a book, okay? Write an ebook on how to sell online. Could do it in a few pages. He could also write a book on think about this. You would buy this book if you wanted to sell online. Stephen's knowledge of sourcing products, buying products, placing products, how to not deal with returns, and how to make money at it. I mean, I'd buy that book just to read it, to understand the industry. Anyways, you're going to see more and more of this debacle happen in the coming months because they are behind. They don't want to give this money out to people. The lies that you're being told that they're going to give this money to the middle income areas next and then the high income areas is never going to happen. They're scrutinizing these applications and not saying, let's send the money out. They're looking at the applications and saying, how can we deny this? And I defy the SBA to reach out to me and tell me that this is not true. I don't care about how overwhelmed you are. You should send this program to a third party like the PPP loan. Okay? It should be done. You should not be handling this in-house. You don't have the capabilities. You're looking at businesses trying to figure out what they do. It's none of your business what these people do. This guy already has an EIDL loan and should be given the advance. That's simple. And again, I suggested you get a lawyer. And again, for those of you that think that you've been screwed by the SBA, go to legal aid. Go within your county and look at the different groups. Now lucky Stephen's in Northern California where there's tons of advocates and free legal advice and people that want to right the wrongs of the world. Stephen will find someone to represent him. I guarantee it. But you may live in Iowa or not have that luxury, but I guarantee there's a crusading lawyer in your area that would help you with this because this is a travesty. Contact your local congressman or congresswoman and explain the situation. The money, if you get that letter, the targeted EIDL letter, there is no rhyme or reason to it. They did not go from application number 1 to 10 million. They didn't do that. They picked and chose who they were going to send it to. Now I have got, because of my channel, I've got the luxury of all these people sending me letters in on when they received this, and the numbers are all over the place. But a guy like me and friends and family and people I know that didn't receive it, the numbers are very low and they're going all over. So there's no rhyme or reason to it. The only rhyme or reason to it is that they're looking to turn people down while they have hundreds of billions of dollars in their checking account. Don't tolerate this. Demand more money. They just announced that you're allowed to go back for more money on your business. If you have an EIDL loan, they've just extended the loan terms. If you have an original loan that was originated in 2020, you have a 2-year term until you have to make payments. Don't have to make any payments for 2 years. So you have another year to make a payment. If you got a loan written in 2021 for EIDL, you don't have to make a payment for 18 months. Fantastic. You're going to see people turn down left and right for this. Okay? The reconsideration letters, I've got tons of videos on how to write a reconsideration letter. Stephen's letter was brilliant. Stephen's letter covered what his business did, how his business makes money, what he's going to do with the money once he gets it. He had all his financials, the bank statements, copies of the bank statements. Couldn't get one of the bank statements and even sent a screenshot. I'll get you the original if you need it. I mean, it was the most detailed application reconsideration letter I've ever seen. Okay? That being said, Stephen didn't qualify, which means you guys are in for a world of hurt. Okay? And the SBA, hey, you're being so harsh to us. You know, we're doing the best we can. When somebody finishes second, third, and fourth, that's what they say. They need to work 24/7 to get this money out. There is no reason why this money is not out. The shuttered venue grant is still closed. As of the making of this video, the shuttered venue grant is still closed. You're going to find out that somebody's idiot cousin or family member, friend, or something that had a tie to the SBA is the person that made this website. Okay? I don't know that, but that's how this is going to play out because somebody cut some corner to have those jackasses make that website that crashed. Okay? Please understand, Targeted EIDL, just another one of the hits that just keep on coming with the SBA. Please like, follow, subscribe, hit the bell notification. But, you know, here's the thing, okay? Steven's a brilliant businessman. Steven follows this channel. Steven got a grant from Alameda County for his business because of this channel. Deborah has gotten 4 grants from this channel. I have gotten dozens and dozens of emails, phone calls, messages from people that have told me that they've gotten grants from this channel. It works. None of them were easy. Deborah applied for over 10 grants and got 4 of them. Okay? Free money that she doesn't have to pay back. Steven got free money that he didn't have to pay back. You guys, this helicopter money, waiting for it to happen, is not going to happen. But the fact that the SBA is denying people for this money is preposterous. Okay? Basically a rant today. More to come. Please don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, hit the bell notification, share this with all your friends and enemies. Again, okay, Steven's letter that he sent me, okay, that, you guys, preposterous, okay, not eligible, unverifiable, okay, unverifiable. I have a loan with you idiots, okay? Come on, unverifiable. Did you guys verify the last loan? Yeah, you did, okay? I'll see you guys soon, okay? Have a great day. Make the best of it.